Hey guys, in this month's top 5, I'm going to be sharing with you my 5 most anticipated TV shows of 2020. Good God, guys, saying the words 2020, it just feels really weird, and it's making me feel really old. I don't know why. We're leaving the 20 teens or wherever we're at right now, and we're going into the 2020s, and I feel very old. Anyway, with a new year, you guys, with a new year comes brand new television shows, and I love TV. I love TV. I love talking about TV. When I get off of work, I love nothing more than to just come home and watch some TV and relax. I managed to find 5 TV shows that I am particularly looking forward to. And, it's so hard trying to pick out shows that I'm looking forward to because God knows what's going to come out like in the fall of 2020, because right now a lot of what I have is stuff that's coming out sometime in the first half of the year, and I don't really know what's coming out in the second half of the year. Plus, I'm not sure when certain shows are coming out, because for honorable mentions, for instance, I know there's going to be some sort of Lord of the Rings show that's going to be on Amazon, but I have no idea when that Lord of the Rings show is coming out. I don't think it's going to be 2020, though. I know that there's going to be a kind of a reboot of Narnia that I think Netflix is doing, but I don't know when Narnia is coming out. The same with the live-action remake of Avatar: The Last Airbender. I believe Netflix is doing that once again. I don't know if that's coming out 2020. There's just a lot of shows that I am really excited for, but I'm not sure if they even are 2020. And then, unfortunately, I tell you what was going to be number 1 on my list was going to be the new Game of Thrones prequel show, and that was going to star like Naomi Watts and Miranda Richardson. There was just a lot of people in that, and if you don't know already, that Game of Thrones prequel show was canceled. They filmed a pilot for it and everything, and HBO canceled it. So there is going to be another prequel show for Game of Thrones coming out that's going to be based off of like the history of the Targaryen family. But once again, I don't know if that show is coming out in 2020 or if that's going to be more like 2021. So yeah, there's a lot of shows that I'm looking forward to, but it's like, when exactly are they coming out? So I did manage to find five shows that I'm very positive, I think, that they're coming out sometime in 2020. So let's get going. At number 5, you guys, Selena. If you don't know already, Netflix is doing like maybe a 8-part or 10-part miniseries, I'm guessing is what it's going to be, focused on the singer Selena. You may be familiar with Selena if you happen to watch Jennifer Lopez's really fantastic movie. I really love the music of Selena. I love her music. And then, yeah, even the ones where she's speaking in Spanish, the songs are in Spanish. I have no idea what she's talking about, but it's like you can still feel what she's trying to talk about, and I just love Selena's voice and her songs, and yeah, I loved that Jennifer Lopez movie. So I'm definitely very excited for the Netflix series that's coming out. Like I said, I think it might be 8 or 10 episodes, and I'm assuming it's going to tell her life story from beginning to end, because she died very young, very tragically. It was horrible. And she's going to be played by Christian Serratos, who is currently in The Walking Dead. So I'm very concerned right now with her character on The Walking Dead, because I feel like she's going to die so she can do the Selena show. But yeah, anybody else excited for Selena? I was actually pretty thrilled when I found out they were doing the Selena TV series. I was like, yes, this is perfect. So yeah, moving on from that. At number 4, The Nevers. I'm not sure how many people have heard about The Nevers. Is this being done by Joss Whedon? Do I have that right? I think, if I'm not mistaken, I believe this show is being put out by by Joss Whedon. Is it the FX channel? I can't remember if it's the FX channel or if it's going to be on some other streaming service. But what I know right now about the Nevers is that it's going to be taking place in like Victorian England, following a bunch of like lady assassins, if I got that correctly, lady assassins. And yeah, there's like supernatural elements that are also very heavily involved with the show. And that's the extent of what we know so far, taking place in Victorian England, about some lady assassins, supernatural elements. And yeah, they have released the cast for it, and the cast is just epic. I highly recommend going to IMDb, because if you're like me and you love all things British television, the cast list is just stunning in perfection. So yeah, I'm definitely very much looking forward to the Nevers, even though what I know about it is very minimal at this point. I'm still just very, very thrilled about it nonetheless. At number 3, this comes from the universe of Star Trek, you guys, and it is Picard. I first heard that they were doing the Picard TV show. I heard about it months and months ago, and initially I wasn't really looking forward to it. But then they released the trailer for it, and I was like, okay, I'm watching this. Picard, if you don't know, his character was originally on, what was it, Star Trek The Next Generation, back in like the early 90s and whatnot, played by Patrick Stewart. I never watched The Next Generation, you guys. I never watched it. I might have watched, because, yeah, that was, what, the early 90s? I was a very little girl at that time, in the early 90s and whatnot. I was a little girl. I had no interest in, science fiction and fantasy. I definitely had no interest in Star Trek. But I feel like I did see random episodes, I feel like I did watch random episodes here and there, because I do just vividly recall Patrick Stewart, like, I just feel like I have seen him play that character. So, I think I watched random episodes of it, but yeah, I was never like a die-hard Star Trek fan back in the day when I was a little girl, So I initially just was not going to watch the Picard TV show, because I was like, well, I've never seen The Next Generation, why watch it? But I watched the trailer, and the trailer looked so good, and I didn't feel lost or confused. That's the thing. I didn't feel lost or confused watching the trailer. It seems like they're making the show that if you are kind of new to Star Trek, you can jump right into this. You don't have to have seen The Next Generation. And yeah, it's being put out by CBS All Access, which currently also has Star Trek Discovery, and I freaking love Star Trek Discovery, you guys. So I was like, since I love that, I'm going to give Picard a chance, since I do love the universe of Star Trek now that I am a grown adult, So yeah, anybody else excited for Picard? Because it looks pretty good. At number 2, this is something coming out to Disney Plus, and that's going to be Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Two very popular characters from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I love the character of Falcon. I definitely love the character of the Winter Soldier. Yeah, to my understanding, is this the very first Marvel TV show coming out on Disney Plus, or is there another one? I can't remember, because I know they're making like Hawkeye and Loki, but I think those are coming out like in 2021, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I'm definitely very much looking forward to Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I think it's only going to be like 6 episodes, and yeah, we don't know much about it right now, other than the fact that those 2 characters are in it, and that's all I need. I don't care what it's about, I'm going to watch it anyway. I love all things Marvel. I love Falcon and Winter Soldier. That's enough for me. And at number 1, what I am most looking forward to in 2020. I'm not sure if I'm cheating, you guys. You can let me know if I'm cheating by putting this on the list. But I'm looking forward to The Haunting of Bly Manor, which is going to technically be like season 2 of this series that they're calling The Haunting. Season 1 was The Haunting of Hill House. I freaking loved The Haunting of Hill House. But the thing is, this series, the Haunting series, it's going to be like an anthology series, that every season is going to focus on a different house, a haunted house, and it's going to focus on very different characters. Now, the one thing is, kind of like American Horror Story, for instance, even though I've never watched American Horror Story, I know what American Horror Story does is that they take all the same actors and they just kind of carry them through into other seasons, even though they're all playing different characters. And that's kind of what they're doing with the Haunting series. A lot of the same actors have been cast for season 2, but they're all playing very different characters. They're not playing the same characters they were playing from season 1. So yeah, it's going to be an anthology series. So that's why I say I don't know if I'm cheating by putting this on my list, because that's kind of my reasoning for putting it on the list, is because it's an anthology series, because it's going to be a different haunted house, it's going to be different characters. Does that make sense? I hope I'm not cheating. But I loved The Haunting of Hill House. It just impressed me just beyond everything. And I'm just so excited to see what they do with The Haunting of Bly Manor. The story they tell, if they can rise above The Haunting of Hill House, because that writing was super impressive, and they got a lot to kind of do to outshine The Haunting of Hill House, I feel like. But I'm fairly confident they'll have a really great season. So, is that it? I think that's it, you guys. So, that is it for my top 5 most anticipated TV shows coming out sometime in 2020, hopefully. You guys, in the comments below, what have I left out? Because I've probably left out some stuff. And now that I'm thinking about it, I know there's another season of Penny Dreadful coming out, because they're kind of turning Penny Dreadful into an anthology series too. I totally forgot about Penny Dreadful, you guys. But yeah, what are you guys looking forward to as far as new shows are concerned? Anything I should watch? Just let me know. So that is it for this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you like this video, you may like these other videos. Bye, guys.